Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Simi Composer, and today we are doing the iPhone 17 Pro breakdown in Logic Pro. If you don't know already, this is the type of stuff I do. If you don't follow me on social media, it's Simi Composer on everything, and I'm also doing a short film called At This Moment It's Us. I'll link everything in the description, and without further ado, let's just get straight into the video. So hey guys, we are in this session right now, and really and truly, it's nothing too complex. I think so anyway. We've got around 14 musical tracks, and we've got 34 tracks in general. Most of them are, whooshes, transitions to help us get to the next scene, to the next level. This is probably one of the most different commercial breakdowns that I've done, just purely because of the sense that I approached it differently. It's trying to tell a story of their new metals, their new battery. So we really need to convey that through the music. So I'm going to show you the first 4 bars, and I'm going to break them down, and we're just going to go from there. So here we go. So the first thing is our key. We're in the key of E flat major, right? We're in the key of E flat major, but we're in C minor, which is the relative minor for E flat. So is our 6, 1, 5, 2, C minor, E flat, B flat, F minor, and it gives us this cinematic, tense type of vibe, and it really helps with what they're just trying to tell. It's all about the storytelling at the end of the day, so we need to follow that. So again, I use this pad from Omnisphere. I don't like giving out free stuff, but I love you guys, so it's called Analog for Life, and it had a bit of high end to it, so I just EQ'd it out, and heavily I took out those high ends because I didn't like it there. So I just took it all out, and I was able to layer it with a Sky synthesizer as well. So those two together, really and truly, they give us this bedding, and I like to have a bedding. I always say that in every single video that I do. I like to have a foundation, I like to have a bedding, just so purely it has a bit of support, has a bit of support. So that's really just it. So I'll show you that first bit. It's giving us extra, which is great. It's also sleek, and it's also sophisticated, which is what they're trying to sell, an iPhone that's sleek and sophisticated. So again, I layer it with a pad. Really and truly, it's just all layers with the chord progression. It's good if we have one sound, but how does it sound if we stack them with 5 sounds? We're gonna get a completely different sound. So all these 3 together, this is actually a free sound. It's called Pad 001, and it's by Labs Spitfire. And yeah, Spitfire, they provide some phenomenal plugins, and this is what it sounds like all together. And it gives it that depth. It gives it so much depth, so much power. Again, it's a brand new iPhone. We need to show that it's brand new. So stuff like that, it really helps us, and it helps the viewer as well be immersed into the video. I'm trying to make it more cinematic. I have this, I won't say a lead, but it reminds me of a train going through a tunnel, and I'll just play that for you. Very simple. And we'll get into the modulation. So now we're in a different key. So again, we see this new battery that's here. New life. New power. So it shows that we're going up a level than we were before. And modulations help us, signify that people that are not really musically inclined, they can tell that, okay, damn, something's gone on here. Like anytime I'm in church, musicians, we may do like a modulation in a very intense set. People understand, oh wow, we're going up a level, they've just changed key. They don't know the terminology that is called a modulation or a key change, but they understood that something different has shifted, and that's what we're trying to emulate in this type of scenario. Again, sub bass to show that power. It's the most powerful iPhone yet, so we got to show that, and that with our muted electricity, which is for free. Modern Media Composer, go and check it out. Gives me Oppenheimer vibes. So that's pretty much it for the first part. Again, more establishments we see with this piano here. When it drops the ceramic. So again, very powerful iPhone, 3 times better scratch resistance. We need to show that. Small but mighty. It's a small but mighty change. It really, if you drop your phone, man, it's so painful to repair. So they're giving you the chance to see your phone in one piece again. But again, that's just the first bit. First 8 bars is just me setting the scene, the establishment. Now, when we go into the next part, we're doing a modulation. A modulation, again, like I said before, is just a key change, and we go to the key of E, which is 1 semitone higher than E flat. So if C minor is our 6, in E flat, we're gonna go to C sharp minor. Same progression. 5, 2, 6, 1. B is our 5. 2, F sharp minor. So that's the modulation that we have, and you can even see through here. You can tell that we have modulated. Not really, actually. Let me zoom in for you. But so we're in C sharp minor here, and you can just tell. Even if you can't, even if you're not a musician, like I said before, it really helps, because you're able to discern that something's new, something's changed, and everything repeats again and again. That's what makes this so great. It repeats, but I add more layers. I was just watching an interview by I think it's like Verity. They used to do behind the song or something, and I saw Ludwig Göransson say, or heard Ludwig Göransson say that, you know, so people think that all these type of things should be grand and lots of changes, but really and truly it can be the same thing, but you're adding more layers to show more depth and to tell a wider story. So I add this, I call it the burp up, which is kind of funny, but it's kind of burping. Like, to me, that's burping. And again, just to show that power, to show that grit, to show that depth. And that laid with the sub bass, it really feels the low end of our stereo image, and that's what we're trying to show. Airy but powerful, fun but powerful, weighty, and that's what we're trying to show. And again, that's just an ARP feature in Omnisphere. It's very powerful. And again, I love ARPs. I really love ARPs. My love for ARPs will never ever die. Just arpeggiate. You just hold, and then there's a feature where you can arpeggiate. To show that electronic side, to show the care and the effort that is gone to making this iPhone. It shows that mathematical side, I guess, that engineering side. And then layer it. I've used this one before, I believe. I put the ARP feature on here. Scoring pack, Omnisphere, top, Velvet pluck pad, and then I just arpeggiated it in Logic System, 16-note subdivision, and then those laid together, powerful. also added one more thing as well, and it's called the automatic cue, and that's in Hans Zimmer's plugin, which I actually really need to get. It's a try before you buy thing, but I'm really impressed with it. Of course, they use it for Dark Knight Trilogy, and it's a phenomenal plugin. Phenomenal. It's just emulating as if it was hi-hats. And that's our rhythm section there. That's just the soundscape that we're trying to show you, that I'm trying to show you. I don't work with Apple just yet, but that's just the soundscape that I'm trying to show you. And that's just every musical element. So from here we are in E flat, then here we go to E major to show the new level. And then what also we can do is that I did was just the ARP features. That shows that we went a new level up. Again, this piano, it shows peaceful, but it just helps us with the accents. So now that we've done that, we can go straight to the sound effects. And really and truly, our sound effects help with transitions. Of course, we're limited by the click, so there's only so many hits we can do musically without making our music sound off time, because that's probably one of the worst things you can do as a musician, whether that's you produce or you're on stage, going off time, man. I can't lie, I've been guilty of it a few times, and it's actually really a tough thing to come back from. So we're trying to make this easier in terms of transitions. Here, again, like I said in the video, make it more cinematic. So, like, wow, this is pro. Again, to show this is a new feature. In fact, let me put those hits on again. All out pro. This is serious. So we need to show something that's serious, like a dun dun dun. This is really serious. And for the hits as well, we just have them in places where it just has a little bit of emphasis. And then this part. And that's the new battery going inside the phone. There we go. Let me put it on for you. Oh, lovely. And then the last is the phone. There we go. So those are our hits. And then here's our low booms as well, again to accent or just to establish the last hit. There we go. Makes it more atmospheric. Really and truly, we've done all the hard work. Again, stuff like the iPhone effect or the iPhone charger effect when your phone charges. There we go. Here I just put a lot of reverb on it, like a lot of reverb on it. And just stop plugging in Logic. You can get that for free. Lovely. And then of course to show the metal, the aluminium. Americans will say aluminum, but I mean I'm British, so I'll say aluminium. And it shows that metal side of the phone. Very powerful metal. And those are our hits really. Here is actually an interesting part. I really enjoyed doing this, which was the photo sound effects here. So here it is. And you can just see that again, it just adds a bit of depth, and here you can see the bass whoosh as well. Really helps with the zoom. There you go. See that again? just attention to detail. And then the rest is just our regular whooshes. Oh, I forgot this bit. I forgot this bit. This was my favorite bit as well. I like this bit. I like this bit. And this was the snowfall effect, I believe. So you can see all these materials that they're testing out to see if it's durable. I'll press again. So the bricks, the snowfall. I didn't bother adding the rain because the snowfall and the rain sounded the same. Oh, was that rain? I don't think that was rain. It's like some graphite thing, but either way, it sounded all the same. So I kept it in. And again, to see that whooshes, you can see the smoke going in. Very powerful, very powerful. Deep whooshes, again, these are just the regular whooshes to help with transitions. If you're new to the channel, you can look at previous videos if you'd like, and it just really helps. The ceramic. Transition to the A19 chip. So we can hear them here. A lot of them are layered together. Again, when a new text comes up, sometimes I like to have transitions there. It's not always needed, but it's nice to have. Again, to show the power of the phone. This is a really, really big whoosh. You can see that by the wave file here. Again, another transition. I like that one. Let's do it again. Yeah. Apple Intelligence have their own mnemonic, which is great. I was able to nick this one off YouTube. There you go. Then that's pretty much it. And of course, our riser for when the video is about to end. Our riser is important to show that hype, to show that massive hype. I believe it's here. And this is in a plugin. Is this in a plugin? No, it's not in a plugin. My bad. With the hits. Catch it if you can. Boom. I didn't even add a boom at the end. I just wanted to kill it off like that. And guys, that's pretty much it. That's the session. I hope you really enjoyed the video. I want to do more of these. Apple don't drop enough for me to do this all the time, so I have to diversify and have to, you know, really strategize when I want to put these videos out. But this is really my first few months of doing this, and it just really just shows my versatility in producing and composing as well. Apparently they're two different things. So and it shows my overall musicianship in terms of the modulations, my way of explaining things. But yeah, guys, if you like the video, please share in the comments what you liked about the video. I've got a new film, like I said in the beginning. It's called At This Moment It's Us. I'm going to link the description down in the comment section. And follow me on social media. Let's connect. And yeah, Happy New Year in advance as well. Take care.